Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello. Permission to introduce myself. My name is Nur Annisa with name 2003673. I will tell you about the narrative text story entitled The Long-Handed Girl. One day, there was a very beautiful girl named Acha. She is currently in the third grade of elementary school. However, Acha has a very quiet nature, so it was difficult to have many friends at school until finally, Acha decided to sit alone. Then slowly open up and interact with other friends, even if little by little. And finally, Acha has three friends. First named Baim, with his brave yet mysterious nature. The second is named Darto, with his cheerful and confident nature. And the third named Firly is outgoing, calm, and what is amazing is that she sells a variety of pastries to help the economy of her family. Suddenly, Acha heard the news that there will be new students. Her classmates always talk about this new student who said she was a very beautiful girl. Had white skin, blue eyes, a nice nose, red lips without wearing makeup, and her hair was brown and long. Besides that, she had a tall, ideal body shape. If you can imagine, the new student is like a girl who resembles the character of a royal princess in a film. Then, the new student came and it turned out that she was like a royal princess in the real world. Then Aceh invited the new student to meet and she was named Email. When interacting, it seems that she is very interactive, cheerful, energetic girl and very easy to get along with other friends even though she is a new student. Since Acha didn't have any friends to sit with her, and there was still an empty chair beside her, she invited Email to sit with her. Email is a very cheerful and storytelling girl. Every day, she always tells Acha about many things, from the start of Email's life before she moved schools. She shared that she was a child who was liked by many people and had many friends, so that some had arrived at several other schools in different regions. Hearing this, Acha really admires Email, who has many friends unlike Acha, who is difficult to make friends. Email always tells about her life, whether it's personal matters, about her family or herself, to her friends at her previous school. At that time, they all Email always tells about her life, whether it's personal matters, about her family or herself, to her friends at her previous school. At that time, they always played together every day, always studied together, and even went to the cafeteria together. Until one day, Acha felt something was different from Email when she was in the canteen, because when Email was noticed, she was always nervous, and from the look on her face and the intonation of her voice when she spoke, want to argue and pay for food in the canteen. But she remained silent and didn't tell anyone until in the end she was curious and decided to first investigate why Email was always nervous. Acha started moving to carry out her investigation. While doing her investigation, Acha always felt unexpected and was very surprised by the result of her investigation that what she had seen and heard was actually done by email. During the investigation, Acha found lots of food wrappers under email's table. Even though it seems that email's daily activities always threw garbage in its place. However, it is unexpected that the food wrapping trash is the food that Firly and Email sought to hide it under the table. Not only that, when Acha and Email were alone in the cafeteria, Acha always paid attention to what Email was doing in the canteen, and her investigation at that time was very surprising because Acha saw firsthand what Email should not do. As it turned out, Email took 2 snakes and put them in the pocket of her uniform. It happened so quickly, much to the surprise that Email took back 2 snakes and ordered a drink. Unexpectedly, Email immediately ate the 2 foods she had just taken in the canteen. However, when paying Email only mentions that Email only orders drinks and Email only pays for the drink. It turned out that after being investigated, it was not only Acha who felt this, but the children in Acha's class felt the same way. They started telling stories that initially Acha, Email, and other friends named Baim, Darto, and Firly had a snack together at the cafeteria as usual. At that time, Baim always booked snack and drinks. Baim and Acha accidentally saw each other because they were shocked to see Email carrying 2 drinks in her hands. After watching Email drink the drink that she brought in her hand, initially Acha took that Email had paid for the drinks she had drunk. Not long after, Email also grabbed the snack. However, what surprised Acha and Baim was that Email only paid for 1 drink and food that was just taken. Suddenly, when in class, Darto said something very surprising, that Email really likes to buy the food that Firly sells by taking 2 meals. But when Email is noticed, Email only pays for 1 meal. Email did this by keeping 1 food under her desk. And when asked Email had taken how much food was sold freely, and Email said only 1 food was taken, and Email only paid for 1 meal, which Email answered. At that time, for this incident, Acha, Baim, Darto, and Firly discussed about what steps to take to avoid misunderstandings, and not often Email because they had not yet seen the truth. For a long time they discussed, finally found the best way to respond to the incident, namely by telling what they saw and felt properly and politely first to maintain Email's feelings. Because even though Email has made mistakes, there must be a reason for the act. If they do have problems, they should help Email because they are friends. And then, with a heavy heart, Acha Baim, Darto, and Firly just to tell email what they actually saw and felt. To avoid slander, keep email feeling offended and prevent this from spreading to all school members. Hearing the story, email cried and apologized about her behavior so far, and it turned out that email did this because of the economic limitation she had experienced so far that she had to change schools. Email regretted what she had done and was very grateful because it turned out that her friends cared so much for her that they protect her even though she had done things that should not be done. Therefore, email did not repeat her actions. And finally, Acha, Email, Baim, Darto, and Verly were always together but in difficult and happy situations. Therefore, we can learn from the stories of Acha, Baim, Darto, Verly, and Email that when we have limitations, we are better able to endure things and we cannot do. Don't lie to take advantage. Once we lie, people will no longer believe in us. We also have to respect and friendship because friends are the ones who will help us when it's hard and happy. A good friend also always provides solutions to the problems we have. They will accompany us through the problem. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.